Arsenal have got a lot of pundits and a lot of fan bases absolutely rattled. Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to another video. Yes, today's video is going to centre around Arsenal Football Club and the amount of set pieces that this club are consistently scoring from. Against Manchester United on Wednesday night, Arsenal scored from another couple of set pieces that seemingly has rattled a lot of fan bases, Man United fans in particular, for them obviously being on the wrong end of a couple of set pieces that night. But a lot of people are seemingly a little bit rattled by it. A lot of people are seemingly annoyed by it in some cases. And a lot of people are seemingly of the respectful side of things. They respect it, they understand it, and they actually can't believe, for all the right reasons, of how good Arsenal are from corners, free kicks, and the like. We're going to dive into it a little bit more. We're going to be talking about why people are so rattled by it, why people are so annoyed by it, that kind of thing. But without further ado, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things are always and forever greatly appreciated. Get involved in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it. That'll make for great and interesting reading, I'm sure, down below. So please do use the reviews, that comment section, people, and talk to me on what you think about this particular topic. Without further ado, let's go on with the video. Let's talk Arsenal. Let's talk set pieces and why people are annoyed by this particular aspect of football. Now, my personal opinion of it is I fully respect it. I fully respect it. They have found a strength in their, well, Arsenal, and they are using that strength to their advantage time and time and time and time and time again. I think since the beginning of, not this season, but last season, Arsenal Football Club have scored, I believe, something along the lines of 22 goals from set pieces in the past couple of years, which is more than any other club. And to do it so consistently is something that is just simply phenomenal. The amount of work in the training ground must be immense, because I don't ever remember, or I don't think any other club has used set pieces to their advantage, which when you think about it is completely mad, considering that they are a very common source of attack. You get free kicks that are deep inside the opponent's half. You get free kicks from the halfway line. You get corners frequently. If you're an attacking team, it is incredible that more of these kind of things aren't really scored, and it just seems to be an area that Mikel Arteta and his coaching staff have really identified could really work for them. And like I say, the precision of them, the consistency of them is something that has to be respected and almost like celebrated and praised, because it is truly a phenomenal aspect of their game that we are seeing right now that is coming to fruition week in, week out, game in, game out. And when it pays off, yeah, you could say they're somewhat fortuitous. I mean, the Saliba goal, for example, on Wednesday night came off his backside, but it all stemmed from a corner. It all counts, as long as it doesn't come off the arm, of course. So it all is working for Arsenal right now. And this is a not-so-secret weapon, which is obviously becoming more and more identified as the weeks go on. But no one seems to have an answer for it yet. No one seems to have found a way to combat it yet. And it just seems to be a case of, well, let's just hope the likes of Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka, who are the main corner takers of Arsenal, just have an off day and they don't really put any dangerous crosses in. You remember how like Stoke City used to like play with Rory Delap long throw-ins, and teams would actually be scared to give them corners? You'd think a corner would be a bit more of an attacking opportunity than a throw-in. Well, against Stoke, it wasn't like that. But against Arsenal, they found a way to make it work. And these set pieces right now are working to perfection. And like I say, whether it's an in-swinging corner from Bukayo Saka, or whether it's an in-swinging corner from Declan Rice, and no matter what kind of combination of attackers that Arsenal have in that penalty area, whether it be the likes of Gabriel, who's the main man for the job, but again, on Wednesday, it's the likes of Kivior attacking it, Obviously, Saliba gets his goal. Obviously, Jurrien Timber also got his goal on Wednesday. It just seems to be a case of Arsenal are absolutely terrifying the Premier League with their consistency from set pieces. And the man that is obviously getting all the plaudits is Nicolas Jova. Now, I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. Once again, I do apologise. I butcher names, even the most simplest of names. So I do apologise. But he is the guy that is getting the plaudits right now. He is the guy that is getting all the praise, and rightfully so. This is incredible. What he's managed to do, what he's managed to implement on this Arsenal team from this particular area of the game is phenomenal. Like I say, the consistency of it, the identification of where to go, what to do, where to move, all of that stuff, the intricate little details that are going into the set piece preparation is phenomenal from him, phenomenal from the players. And I'm sure there is a player side to this as well, where they're also on the pitch and they're identifying, right, I know I can beat him in the air, so I'm going to mark him instead. You're going to go on this guy and you're going to make a late run. Or just things like that nature. Like, it is brilliant to watch. And whilst myself, I can respect it, I'm also a little jealous of it. And I'll tell you for why. Because my team of Liverpool has a fantastic set piece taker in Trent Alexander-Arnold, of course. But on the other side of things, we tend to let Andy Robertson take corners. And 9 times out of 10, those corners seemingly hit the first man and they get cleared. We have a lot of corners, we don't make the most of them. And that's why I feel like the jealousy creeps in from, not just, I can respect it and also be somewhat slightly jealous of it, but some people are being jealous and absolutely rattled by it. Absolutely rattled by it. Because I think that is part and parcel of what it is. I feel like there are people out there in certain fan bases that are just annoyed that Arsenal are getting away with set pieces because they are consistent at it and they are not. They get a ton of set pieces that they just don't work to their advantage or their favour, and Arsenal are doing it. I just think it's rattling certain people, which is why there is so many people online that are calling Mikel Arteta Paella Pulis in reference to what I said earlier about 2008, 2009 Stoke City, Rory Delap, throw-ins, being physical, long ball FC, that kind of thing. There are so many people that are referring to Mikel Arteta as that. There are so many people annoyed about the set-piece coaching, about the coaching of Mikel Arteta, claiming he's a fraud, claiming it's not him that we're against, it's the set-piece coach, that kind of thing. It's incredible to see the little bit of meltdown that rival fans are going through because Arsenal are just so good from set pieces. And again, I will reiterate, I respect it. I am a little bit jealous of it. I wish my team would be more effective from set pieces themselves, but you know, that's just something that we have to learn and live by. But a lot of people are seemingly jealous and rattled by it, and it's absolutely incredible to see the meltdown. And the one person in particular that I saw, Gary Neville. Now, I know that obviously, again, Gary Neville, big United fan, obviously part of Sky Sports, tries to hide his bias, but does a very poor job of doing it. He was annoyed. He did a watch-along, I believe, on the other night for the games that were happening midweek on Amazon. And he was annoyed by the set piece coach. He's seemingly annoyed by it. Now, whether or not he's in the heat of the moment, he'd just seen his side concede a goal, so he was just shouting whatever. He wasn't really thinking about it. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is that he was annoyed by the set-piece coaching. He was annoyed by it. And he's not alone in that. As I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of fans that took to social media to complain. I don't know exactly what they're complaining about, but it's absolutely incredible that this part of the game has not been identified as a big part or a big thing before to obviously score goals from. And all of a sudden, Arsenal are exploiting that to their advantage, as they should, and people are getting annoyed and frustrated by it. It's absolutely incredible to me. And you know what the funniest thing is as well? The funniest thing is that Arsenal seemingly one step ahead of the game. Every time you think you may have sorted it out, they probably have got another couple of plans up their sleeve to deploy on different set pieces. Maybe they go short for one, maybe they go near post for another, maybe they go far post, maybe they go to someone outside the box for another. They may have like a lot of different plans up their sleeve and may try and stay one step ahead. And it's brilliant to watch. But the ironic thing is that if a team wasn't good at set pieces, whether it be defending them or attacking them, the thing that everyone would call for is to get better coaches. Get a better set piece coach. Get a set piece coach if you don't have one. That's what everyone would be calling for. And now all of a sudden, this cheat code of Arsenal's comes to fruition, and now it's like, well, this is wrong for the game. This is horrible. This is bad. I don't like it. Because it's working for them and it won't work for you. Like I said, I'm jealous of it as well. I wish my team would score more from corners. We have the capabilities and the potential. We've got a 6'5" absolute giant colossus named Virgil van Dijk. We've got a 6'4" absolute beast in Ibrahima Konate. We have Joe Gomez, who's yet to score a goal in his Liverpool career. You know, we've got a few decent players that are good in the air. Even, I was going to say Darwin Núñez to an extent, and whatever. I wish we would take more of an advantage from set pieces with the kind of players that we have at our disposal that are good in the air. But we don't normally. We don't normally. We let them chances go to waste. Arsenal have found a way to make them count. And it is sustainable to an extent. It's not perfect. It's not the most reliable source that you can conjure up. But you know what? If all else fails, just put a decent delivery in the box. That is what this is proving. And you know what? Like I said before, Arsenal probably have about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 more plans up their sleeve when it comes to set pieces. The guy is probably at home with little notes and scraps of paper, just moving things around. Maybe he's got a Subbuteo set and he's moving all things around, and he's trying to obviously work out new plans and new tactics, trying to stay one step ahead of the game for just in case defenders and other teams manage to work out a way to stop Arsenal. If that's the case, good luck to those teams that are trying, because they seem almost inevitable from every corner situation. They pretty much celebrate a corner now like it's a penalty. Eventually they will get stopped, and it will be up to Arsenal to obviously stay one step ahead. And not only that as well, but if you're so rattled by these tactics, why doesn't your team steal them? Why doesn't your team identify the kind of areas to exploit? Why doesn't your team look at what Gabriel's doing? The movement of Gabriel, the movement of Saliba, the movement of a Timber, a Calafiori, or the types of ball that is being played by the likes of Rice and Saka and whoever else. Why doesn't your team identify those situations and look at the actual overall movement of the players and steal those ideas? I just gotta say, it just seems very strange to me that people will be so rattled by this. But the set piece kings are currently Arsenal. They are becoming known as Set Piece FC. Rival fans are frustrated, annoyed, and rattled by the way that Arsenal are finding consistency in front of goal from these positions. I myself laugh at them, and I don't understand where they're coming from, because I feel like not only can your own team steal their ideas, but also, so what? It's a part of the game that they have decided to exploit to their fullest potential. And like I say, I don't think this has necessarily been done, at least not in English football anyway, to the consistency and to the level that Arsenal are producing at. So, you know what? Fair play to the Gunners. And I'm sure we are going to see more set-piece goals from the Gunners going forward. Maybe even this weekend, when Arsenal, of course, take on Fulham in a London derby on Sunday. Maybe that will again be the difference maker for the Gunners for all the right reasons. We shall see. But those are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of Set Piece FC, Arsenal Football Club? What do you make about their set pieces? Do you respect them, or are you as well rattled by the amount of consistency that is being displayed by the Gunners in those particular situations? Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling down below in the comments section there. Let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, on Arsenal, on everything else to go along with with the set piece situation, their set piece coach, Mikel Arteta, and everything else in between. We'd love to know what you guys have to say on that. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. Thank you all for your continued or even brand new support to the channel. It's very much appreciated by me. It will never be taken for granted. So thank you all so much for that. Can't tell you how much it means. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I'll see you speak to you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Speak to you all again very, very soon.